What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See Show. Like, subscribe, click the notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. We are going to be going over this new, fresh information that Patrick Kelly just told us about the third-party agents that have just abandoned ship, left them alone, left them with no way to get any of your information. And where is it at? Now they got to scramble for more information from you. And is that so? I don't think so, because you know why? We've got the inside scoop. We have had it for a while, and a lot of players out there, a lot of people watching YouTube, go to other channels to find their information, but they need to really get their information from moi in order to pass it to moi. We're going to take a trip out memory lane here in a second, guys, and it's going to show you exactly how this went down in 2020, as I was telling you it would go. So here we're going to go into this, and I want to give a quick shout out to Jason McElhone. He's a hard worker out there, and I want to say, Jason, my Bucks are going to beat your Cowboys. I can't wait to send you a jersey if I have to, or if you need to buy one, let me know. I'll pitch in half. Shout out to my boy Jason McElhone. Hard-working guys. Go visit him on trysmallbiz.com. He's a hard worker for American small businesses like you. This information that I'm going to give you, it's about that third-party agency. Like, subscribe, and somebody say, hey, we do still want our 10K.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be fun. Interesting, but fun. We're going to go back into the archives here and let you know where my information has been coming from. A lot of it anyway. There's to let you know that the information you've been getting has been firsthand, accurate, and probably a little more transparent than the SBA information that they were feeding you with their just straight up agents. There were third parties out there that had a lot to do with your applications. And if I'm going to go over this video right now that we had put out, and it shows the date on here, 7/27/2020. Yeah, so the name of the video was Hold Up. Where is my SBA Eidl loan in grant? Here is why I can't get information, real deal. If you type that in the search engine along with 07/27/2020, you will find that video that you're going to see on the screen that says, why can't I get my Eidl grant? With me with my hand over my face like that with my Buccaneers hat. Go figure. Okay, well, if you go watch that video, which I'm going to go kind of condense it for you and give you a little bit of the information that the SBA was just Patrick Kelly just came out and just exposed in some transparency 2 years later, a little over, but we'll give him credit for transparency 2 years later. I'm going to show you that you should have I've already given you this information on more occasions than one, that third-party agents were in control. Not only third-party agents, let me just get to the truth of this. Third-party agents that had no idea what they were doing had your loan, may have had your loan. Let's go over this real quick.
Before the committee, as a member of the committee, I said that small businesses were mad as hell. And I was mad as hell. I'm sorry to report to you, Madam Chair, that they still mad as hell.
Because I know everybody out there is looking for information. Look at that young me. Look at that young me 2 years ago, and I just didn't know what I was getting involved in with the SBA. Run, young me, run. This is your future self saying, don't go down this road. Please get away. Go far away. It's a trap. And that's what we try to give you is information. So what I wanted to do is kind of give you an idea of really what's behind the scenes with the SBA right now. So I just talked to an SBA agent this morning, but I'm going to show you something real quick. And this is the part that made me see what we're really dealing with these SBA. You see that? Okay, now here I am pointing to a bedroom. Now I'm pointing to my kid's bedroom. Now, my kid, I couldn't say it at the time. Everything's confidential here. You got to realize that I wasn't allowed to say anything because, well, my kids were tied in with a third party, employment agent. See, one of them was in the higher ups. One of my kids were in the higher ups, and the other was a low level third party working for, I'm not going to name the company that they were part of, but SBA. They were contracted out. So as I was giving you this information, I couldn't see any personal data or anything like that, but I could open the door. Let me ask you something. And what kind of response would you give? And what other kind of responses could you give? And I was getting the inside scoop through an SBA agent. Kinda. Which was a backdoor for many people that were going through the front door, couldn't get in. But there were back doors where we could go around, like, okay, we can't get in through here, so let's go ahead and try over here. So who do you contact if you can't contact the SBA? You don't contact the agent that's on your case. You contact their boss. You go into the Congress. You go into the Senate. You go into the higher ups that can contact them and say, look, get this done, or get this application number in, and file these and move forward in another direction. And we have seen a lot of people where I had to call congressmen literally and get them on the phone with the person that I was on the phone. Maybe it may have been you, and say, okay, hold on. They're going to call you right now. Okay, I can't be involved in the conversation, but here you are linked together. And boom, put them together. And then the congressman would come in along and then call the SBA agents and say, okay, now it's going to a higher level. It's coming out of the bedroom of that SBA agent who couldn't do nothing for you. So this third-party information that I was getting from the third-party agencies was very vital, and it still is. So we're going to move on here. Door right there, that's a bedroom door. That's your SBA agent. That's your SBA worker right there that's working on your stuff. And there's one right over there. You see that door? Another bedroom door. This is where the offices are. And there's two doors right there. Just to let you know that the government agencies right now are working remote. And that means there's no, what's the word for it? There's really there's no captain driving this boat. Now that we're seeing that the workers just ain't in the office anymore, and it's more of a remote kind of operation, maybe the remote thing just isn't working the way the SBA was hoping that it would. Just kind of want to give you the inside scoop of how things are being handled and the real deal. And the truth of this is that these government employees that are being contracted right now weren't really government employees. They were kids, some of them, that needed jobs and are working part-time or full-time through a contractor, and they didn't know a whole lot about this, but they're being thrown into the fire to, of course, going through orientation about what you need and stuff like that, but it's not like you're having this CPA in the federal, in the SBA, always staring at your paperwork, you know what I'm saying? So hats off to those kids out there that worked for the SBA, or anybody that worked through the SBA through that third-party agency. Hats off. Like I just said, you were thrown into the fire, and you knew it. You knew it because you were being tackled with a lot of people here watching with in your ear and information you just didn't know or didn't have and couldn't give and couldn't say things. I know it was very, very non-transparent on your part because you couldn't say the wrong thing. There's no telling where we're at with this, and I'm going to try to get some more information to you and try to keep you guys posted with the inside scoop to how you can get in touch with a live person, get the information that we need, because right now we're just, it's just a mess. Now I'm just putting up this last piece right here as I just spoke to you. I was trying to help you, and we have got the inside information, and we're kind of giving it out to, put it out there for you all, along with the other YouTubers that are actually taking our information in, and some of them would use it, and a lot of them would, I can't trust it. I understand that, but those that did understand what I was doing, because I couldn't say what I was doing, and they understood that the information that I was giving them was actually happening in real time. Really, it paid off for them getting viewers, and the information did get out there to more people than what is shown just on our clicks, which is the whole kit and caboodle. That's all I wanted, was the information to be put out to you in a way that, in information that you weren't getting from other sources. So I just want to say thank you all for all of those that shared this information. Kudos to you. And it was viable information. It was good sourceful information. And now I wanted to put this last part up because during one of these meetings that the congressmen and women were having in 2020, right before the election, fighting for your $10,000 Eidl grants for everybody that was excluded for the full 10,000. I just wanted to put this last part up there because we haven't forgotten. We still want our 10K. To all you congresswomen and men out there, to all you senators out there, we still want that 10K. And those Democrats that were fighting for it prior to the election, and the Republicans that were saying it's not our fault, there's not enough money prior to the election, that all got silent after the presidential election about the Eidl $10,000 grant and threw a policy map in there to block millions of small businesses from receiving the funds. Shame on you, but we haven't forgotten. That's why I just wanted to throw this clip out there just to let you know, Chu, Congresswoman from California, what you were saying, along with all the others, just a piece of it.
And they have been adversely impacted by the SBA's cap on EIDL emergency grants of $1,000 per employee. This cap is just not reflective of congressional intent and hurts individuals like you.
There she is spilling it out for you on 7/27/2020. This is me dishing out that information. Literally, all of it's legit, straight from your congressmen, congresswomen, SBA agents, some two-tier, some, kids in the room. And I was giving it to you as best as I can, but we do have all the information. And there I am right there on my video with my hand over my head because that's how I felt at the time. It's before I wore glasses too, I noticed, I ended up wearing glasses, I think, staring at the screen all the time. Looking at you guys, hey, we got to get our money, right? Boy, 5 for $25 on Amazon. Anyway, let me just move on past the $10,000 Eidl grant now, past the agents, and give you an inside scoop of 2 years later what Patrick Kelly just said in the committee hearing. So let's take a look, guys.
Certainly for a program that had been open well over a year at that point. In August of 2021, we made reforms to the RER Rapid Portal to enable the district offices to have direct access and transparency to see whatever the loan officer or any other, processing employee in the PDC in Dallas-Fort Worth could see.
And you notice when he just said, now they got your information. Now we're looking at how he's saying they've extended the information from the third parties over to the Dallas information because they're cutting back on the third-party agencies now. But they're still getting the information that you gave the third-party information. So just to let you know, that information is not lost. It just has to be rescoped, rescanned, and just to let you know, your information is still safe there.
That was really critical because it helped expedite casework for your offices, but it empowered them. And one of the mistakes prior to that was the fact that a person could pinball from the call center to the district office and back in an infinite loop. And that is deeply frustrating, and regrettable. In September, we switched call center vendors. There were choices made in 2020 from a speed standpoint and a design standpoint that created systemic issues that rippled forward. And it leads to this day because the constituency interactions that we receive are still trying to make heads or tails out of all these, disparate signals that we sent them. And that is horrible.
And so here it is, like he's saying, it leads to this day. So the information that I just gave you from 2020 leads to this day, okay? And that's where I'm trying to broaden this thing open. Can you hear my kid's car out there? He's like way out there. He's got a Mustang with a turbocharger on it. That thing is just beast. It's mint. It's only got like 20,000 miles, 17,000 miles, something like that. He loves it. Anyway, you're probably going to be hearing that in the background. Anyway, but these SBA woes that we were dealing with throughout 2020 and 2021 and now in 2022, it all trickles back to the agencies. A lot of those 125Ks, 125,000 people and the people in the $41,000, 41,000 businesses that have not gotten paid. And a lot of you that did get paid, how were your Eidl loans processed? Were they processed accordingly to the SBA, the standard of SOP? And how long will it take them to get this information settled and straightened out before they start putting out the rest of those loans? The $7 billion worth of loans, that's a lot of money that they still have to give loans out to the small businesses, which is great. All you subscribers and all of you that want to stay in the loop of the Eidl grant and what is going on and how things are playing out right now, here you go. Hopefully this helps you and gives you that little bit more that other piece of the puzzle that's fitting in to help you understand what's going on with your Eidl loans and grants. So guys, with that said, once again, big shout out to Jason McElhone. I know I said the other night, hey, I work harder than Jason McElhone. We all say that. We all think we work harder than the next guy, but I'm not going to say I don't work harder. But anyway, I just want to thank you all guys for watching. Big shout out to trysmallbiz.com. Go find him online. And thanks for watching. You guys have a blessed day. Can somebody say, hey, we still want our 10K.
Yeah.